These are superhumans in real life. They do things no one can. No CGI trickery needed. Is Darth Vader this Skywalker's father? Spider-Man is real. He's not contained in the pages of your comic book. He's alive and well and living in Indonesia. Dietitians recommend you drink about half a gallon of water each day. Badlands Chugs nails a full gallon in under 60 seconds. You're looking at a real-life machine in motion. His furious fists are flying 5 times a second. Hey, Eddie, can you beat the high score on the punching machine? Nah, he'll just use raw power and brute force to smash it into oblivion. This guy empties magazines faster than he can load them, and he's dead accurate too. They say Bruce Lee was the greatest, but after seeing this guy nail 4 board breaks and 1 720 spinning kick, I'm not so sure. These folded mats are said to have the same thickness and density as human flesh. Let that sink in for a moment. Remember when you were a kid and the floor was made of lava? This guy never lost, not even once. Come on! There's no wall tall enough that can contain this sort of freakish athlete. The rules of physics just don't apply to him. The next time you hit your funny bone on the corner of the table, spare a thought for this sensei. This archer gives us the hold my beer look while he hits 10 balloons with 10 arrows in a single shot. Apart from his next level coordination and reflexes, there's one thing we know about this guy. He really hates wasting arrows. Remember the small kid who you picked last for the school baseball team? Well, now he's out to get his revenge. This guy might just be the real-life Gambit, turning playing cards into deadly weapons. He flicks cards faster than you can pitch a ball and can slice a pea in half mid-air. When life hands you a skull that's 2.3 times thicker than the average human, think of the money you'll save on never having to buy a hammer from the hardware store. I'm not sure what coconuts ever did to this guy, but it was enough for him to want to smash everyone on sight. No harness, no safety net, no chances. Folding a frying pan into a crepe looks super easy when your hands are as big as Andre the Giant's. You could spend a decade practicing and not be anywhere near as good as this guy. For him, Dance Dance Revolution is a lifestyle. This girl's proof that there's no limit to how low someone will stoop. She's literally playing Limbo on expert mode. For this guy, normal push-ups are way too mainstream. He's gotta add in the threat of missing the shelf, falling, or dislocating a shoulder. With a strict shampoo and conditioner regimen, you too could have hair strong enough to pull a double-decker bus with 32 people on board. Who needs a forklift when you have this guy?
Look, Ma, no hands!
When your washing machine is on the fritz, you gotta throw it onto the garbage pile. Only these guys can hit the curb from your front door. This guy's vertical leap is off the scale. It almost doesn't look real. I think this dude's seen one too many Mr. Bean reruns. All I know for sure is that the man's the king of parallel parking. Running on 2 feet is so boring. This guy channels his inner beast by galloping down the straight on all 4s, faster than most people can run on 2. How low can you go? Probably nowhere near as low as this record-breaking roller limbo lady. When you have legs as strong as tree trunks, you have to step up your squat routine and start training with a buddy on your shoulders. This takes the trust circle to the next level. Not to be outdone, this guy shows perfect pull-up form using nothing but his pinky fingers.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
This is probably the only other dude in history to literally walk on water. There's something completely unnerving about watching a contortionist in action. It's like something out of your worst nightmare, only you can't look away. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. That's a jumbo jet he's dragging around. He could win a tug of war against 10 men by himself. This guy's mastered the 1-inch punch, a move that doesn't sound so scary until you see it in action. Rumor has it that Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter were modeled after these two kicking prodigies. It takes a lifetime of dedication to the Shaolin discipline to have sticks broken over your head without batting an eyelid. This guy takes the term hard-headed a little too literally by caving in concrete blocks with his head. Is this real life? There's no way any normal human being can move their feet this fast. One throwing axe bullseye is a fluke, but 2 simultaneously? Now that's accurate. This is proof that the hand is quicker than the eye. Don't be fooled by appearances. You're looking at a guy who holds over 35 martial arts world records. You never know who could be a mild-mannered assassin. Mr. T hasn't faded in his twilight years. His hair may resemble his pearly white teeth, but they're stronger than ever. Rocky Balboa ran up some stairs, big deal. It would have been even more impressive with Apollo Creed upside down on top of his head. Okay, I'll admit it, Fruit Ninja gets pretty addictive, but this guy takes the phone game so seriously, he had to become a real-life melon masher. There's threading the needle between a set of cones, and then there's these guys. It's not a real workout unless you punish the abs of your training buddy in between sets. If you're not punching his six-pack after push-ups or sit-ups, you can always get the same result with a watermelon. Don't let the random Oompa Loompa distract you. What you're looking at is the very peak of human stone-skipping ability. Nice. This bodybuilder has boyfriend bench pressing down to an art. And what do you want to do after you've lifted all those men? Toss them to the side. Ronaldo and Messi have nothing on this woman's ball control, or should I say iPad. I'm not sure legs are supposed to bend that way, unless your bones are made of plasticine and your dad's name is Gumby. Surely this guy gets a round of applause after pumping out 1,140 claps in a minute. He sounds like an auditorium standing ovation after the encore. If this guy can break 3 baseball bats with the force of his heel hook, just think about how mangled your leg would be if you get on his bad side. If this mountain of a man can make watermelons look as fragile as broken eggs, then one slap would put you 6 feet under. Walking across hot coals has been done to death. Want to really impress me? Use fragile light bulbs as a tightrope.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, how the tables turned. Now it's time for the tugboat to get pulled. This guy's using just one finger to move this massive haul. Move over, Hawkeye. We have a new Avenger in town. For those counting at home, that's 7 consecutive arrows shot through a keyhole. I heard you like French fries. Not as much as this guy. That's 1,621 fries weighing almost 7 pounds in a shade over 20 minutes. This guy is yet another master with a hatred for coconuts. Touch typing is hard enough, but hitting 163 words a minute, that's insane. A true example of what's possible when you're a Reddit regular. So how many plates do you want to leg press today? All of them. When your hands are busy, wave hello to strangers with your scapulars. Totally normal. Want to know how to snack like a ninja? Here's a hot tip. Oreos dipped in milk taste better when you're defying gravity. When kickboxing training gets boring, it's time to get creative. Now just imagine how much damage those kicks would do if the tires were an opponent.
Target neutralized.
When the snack machine eats your money and you don't get your bag of Doritos, it's time to give it a stomp and show it who's boss.
Nice.
Running late for work is no issue for this guy, who nails a full breakfast of noodles and boiled eggs in 10 seconds flat.
Tasty.
This snowboarder knows this run like the back of his hand. From grinding rails to limbo maneuvers to save himself from a coat hanger injury, this guy does it all. Next time you see a guy squaring up to kick you, keep in mind he could just be offering you a light.
Yeah, boy.
This guy's staff spins are enough to make Darth Maul blush. Get this man a lightsaber, he has to save the galaxy. Masaki Ikemiyagi has one of the deadliest fists on the planet. Don't let the gray hair fool you. At short distance, these planks of wood don't stand a chance. 11 balls seem like 10 too many to be able to keep up in the air at one time. That's 10,000 hours of practice paying off right there.
I'm a bad boy.